Cleveland's housing market has just flipped again. You got one county that shot up 22%, while another county, it actually dropped. And depending on where you live, homes are selling in under 2 weeks or they're sitting almost a month. So what does that mean for you if you're looking to buy, sell, or even build? Well, let's find out. What's up, guys? Anthony Esposito with eXp Realty, your local expert right here in the Cleveland, Ohio area. And if you are looking for that hyper-local market report for your specific location and neighborhood, or if you're just looking for that strategic approach to the whole situation so you can figure out what is in your best interest and especially timeline, because that's the most important thing. I got people just like you that reach out to me every single week asking the same questions you have. You can contact me directly here and I'll be happy to help you out as well. All right, guys, let's check out the Cleveland housing market update for this month of October. So the regional market snapshot, inventory growth, we had 45,140 homes for sale statewide in August, representing a 10.7% year-over-year increase. This expanded inventory and creating more opportunities for buyers while giving sellers a reality check on pricing strategies. The market balance shift. While sellers maintain overall advantage, buyers are discovering leverage in specific submarkets. The playing field is becoming more nuanced, required targeted strategies rather than blanket approach. So 3 overarching themes that are shaping the market. First off, hyperlocal variation. I always talk about this. Real estate in general is hyperlocal. You got some neighborhoods that are staying hot while others have cooled down big time. Payment-focused negotiatings. You got credits, buydowns, builder incentives. They now matter more than the list price alone. And that goes for buyers and sellers. And we are kind of seeing a mini spring market right now. That recent Fed cut, it made a surge in the buyer activity. So this fall is very unusual compared to years past. Now, the key takeaway from all of this, though, is it's no longer sufficient to discuss the Cleveland market as a single entity. Each county and city has developed its own distinct story and requires customized strategies. And that could not be like something that you just, write off. This is very important right now with the market we're seeing. So as we look at Cuyahoga County, median sale price was $232,000. That was up 9.1% year over year. There's strong price appreciation that does continue. That's great for the county. The price per square foot is about 156. As you see here, that is up 4.7%. There's 24 days on the market overall in Cuyahoga. This is 2 days slower than a year ago. So we are seeing a slight cool in Cuyahoga County, but again, this is the county overall. It's hyperlocal. And then there was 1,471 homes sold. That is up 2.1%. So strategic implications for market participants. The county demonstrates remarkable price resilience, with buyers unable to expect major discounts despite slightly longer days on market. This modest increase in days on market creates a small window of opportunity for buyers to secure better terms. Again, this is overall. There are some cities and some neighborhoods where it's completely different. So for you sellers, preparation and strategic pricing remain absolutely critical. Staged, move-in ready, fresh paint, fresh carpet, all this type of stuff will help your sale. Professional photography, that's a big one. For you buyers, you are getting slightly more breathing room compared to last year after properties hit the 10 to 14 day mark, and you may find opportunities to negotiate contingencies or secure closing credits from those motivated sellers, especially if you go further in. Now, keep in mind, if it is well past days on market, chances are more than likely there's nothing wrong with the house. It's just overpriced. As we look at Medina County, right here, key, speed meets strategy. So the median sale price, $324,700. That's actually down for a change, 5.9% year over year. This is awesome for Medina County because we've been skyrocketing in price over the past couple years. Price per square foot is around $190. It's a 1.1% increase. Median days on market, this is huge. We are less than 2 weeks, 13 days. It's actually 5 days faster than last year. A lot of people are trying to get into Medina County. Homes sold, only 208. It's 11.2% increase. So because there's only 208 homes sold, that's what's making this market in Medina County just chaotic, essentially. And Medina County presents a fascinating paradox. Prices soften slightly, but the demand, that's what remains high. And as evidence by the faster days on market, it does suggest that buyers are waiting for the right properties and moving decisively when they find them. For sellers in Medina County, if priced correctly, expect multiple showings and competitive offers within 1 to 2 weeks. The key is realistic pricing, though, and sometimes it even requires to price slightly below the comps, even though it's still highly sought after. Every house is different. Every situation is different. So this is where the strategic approach comes into. For buyers, it's fast offer county. You need to have your pre-approval ready to go. Make sure the contracts are going to be clean as possible, meaning either none or very limited contingencies. Excuse me, I'm just getting over being sick and my voice is kind of gone still. And there's maximum flexibility on contingencies and closing dates. So the affordable pressure remains real, but Medina's exceptional quality of life factors continue driving the strong demand from discerning buyers seeking value over community. As we look at Lorain County, this could be your breakout winner right here. Median sale price is actually up 22.5% year over year to $294,000. Price per square foot is $235. That's up 45.4%. Median days on market, you're sitting at 25 days. That's actually up 4 days from last year. And then home sold 367. That's up 3.1%. Now, here's what you need to understand. This is a clear breakout winner in Northeast Ohio. The value increase signal a significant migration pattern, with buyers moving out of Cleveland proper into more affordable suburban markets that offer better value propositions. The dramatic price per square foot growth points specifically to renovated smaller homes and professional flips. This commands those premiums in the marketplace. Now, for sellers, emphasize property upgrades, energy efficiency, modern finishes, again, paint, carpet, all that stuff can go a long way. For you buyers, this is a great opportunity for those priced out of Cuyahoga County markets, because there are active investor communities that are continuing to drive renovation and improvement projects. Summit County, what we're seeing here is volume over value. So with the market metrics, the median sale price, $235,000. That's actually down 2.1%. Price per square foot is $117. That's down. Median days on market, 24. That's up 3 days from last year. And there was 715 homes sold. That's up 10.7%. So with Summit County, it has become a volume-driven market where transaction quantity trumps individual sale prices. Entry-level and mid-range properties are driving the majority of market activity. So the strategic approach, the strategic analysis of this is, while prices have experienced that decline, the increase in homes sold reveals Summit County's emergence as an accessibility-focused market. This dynamic creates unique opportunities for both buyers and sellers. But again, you got to understand everything. So the seller approach in here, competitive pricing and openness to concessions become essential if you want to move that property quick. The market rewards the sellers who price realistically and remain flexible on your terms. For buyer opportunity, it represents one of Northeast Ohio's best value propositions. Expanding inventory and moderate pricing create favorable negotiating conditions, particularly for those first-time buyers and those seeking the affordable entry points. We're seeing more activity in that area. Now, Cleveland City, as far as, this is one of a few cities we're going to look at. And I'm doing these because these are the hot cities right now for this month. There's finding balance here. So average under list for what it ends up selling, 3%. Average over list, 3%. Median days on market, 31. So you got like a month basically. So for you sellers, if nothing's really moving, but you're seeing some activity throughout the whole time, don't panic. You got a month. The median sale price is $144,900. That's up 15, almost 16%. Price per square foot is 96. That's actually down. And there was 388 homes sold. That is up. So this market balance, it creates the opportunity. So it's achieved more balanced state where both buyers and sellers can find success with property strategies, unlike the seller-dominated markets of recent years. So just remember this right here. Days 1 through 10, prime showing period with highest offer potential. This is where we want to price stuff properly. And this is also where buyers are going to have a little bit less negotiating power. Days 11 through 20, this is where buyers are going to get more negotiating power. 21 plus, huge leverage. So depending on your situation as a seller will determine exactly how this is going to go about. Everybody's situation is different. And right here, critical success factor. Pay attention to this because the difference between staged and unstaged properties in Cleveland is dramatic. Professionally presented homes consistently outperform both price and speed. Medina City. This is the hottest pocket right here. Everybody's trying to get into Medina. 58.5% of homes sold above asking price. That is crazy. The median sale price is $310,000. That's up from last year. Median days on market, 10. Super fast for this market. 41 homes sold. That's actually up. So we've seen an increase finally for Medina. And then this premier competitive market. So Medina City stands out as one of the most competitive real estate markets in all of Northeast Ohio, with more than half of all homes selling above their listed price. This market demands sophisticated strategies and lightning fast execution from all participants. You cannot, this isn't 21. You can't just go in this. You got to have a strategic approach for both buying and selling. So here it is for sellers. Underpricing. List properties just under market value to trigger that competitive bidding war if that's what you are looking for. If you're looking for a quick sale, you want to underprice what the comp is, but not by much, just by a little bit, maybe like 5,000, maybe 10,000, but enough to really spark all the buyers to come check it out. For you buyers, speed and flexibility. You got to have that pre-approval. Escalation clauses sometimes is a good thing, but it can also hurt you. It's a 50-50. It just depends on the situation. And that you got to have maximum flexibility on your terms. Pre-inspection addendums can help secure winning offers without overpaying for unknown issues. Now, the pro tip for this market, preparation, complete key. If you're not ready as a seller for immediate showings and buyers who haven't completed full financial preparation, not only are you going to struggle, but you're just going to get disappointed and it's going to be a bad experience. Lorain City, we got a tale of two markets here. So you got contradictory signals. Median sale price, $155,000, down. But the price per square foot is way up, $163. The market price or the market pace, 32 days on market, roughly. Home sold 52, that's down 30%. So here's how you understand it. It presents that contradictory. And it's kind of crazy of what's going on in Lorain. You got overall prices that declined and sales volume has dropped. But then the massive increase price per square foot is showing you the real story, which is explaining to you these are renovated smaller homes that are carrying this market. That's exactly what that shows you. The renovation premium, that 89.5% increase, this gives you clear evidence that ROI in Lorain City itself, exceptional. Those updated properties, they're getting tons of premium. And the dated homes, they're lasting on market for a long time. Now, here's some implications, though. You got distinct opportunities for different market participants based on their approach to property conditions and renovation potential. For sellers, the ROI, you're getting tons on that. So make sure that whoever you work with, whether it's me or a different agent, that you are doing the proper upgrades to the house for the best ROI. But you do want to focus on marketing, the updated features, and modern amenities to get that premium price. Buyers, search for that mismarketed listing. Photos, if they're poor quality, they're probably not going to have as many showings. It's not highly sought after. That's statistics. It's proven. And then the longer days on market, that's going to give you more negotiating. Cuyahoga Falls speed sells, $220,000 median sale price. That's actually down $164 price per square foot, down 11 days on market, faster, 7 days faster than last year. 70 homes sold, that's up. And then homes sold above list is 52.9%. So this is one of the fastest markets right now. Cuyahoga Falls is very sought after. And despite those modest price adjustments, this acceleration in the market pace combined with majority above list sales, this is a unique environment as well. So here's a couple steps you can look at. So Monday through Tuesday, or Monday or Tuesday, list property. These are optimal listing days to maximize weekend showing traffic. Wednesday through Saturday, your showing period, peak activity for maximum buyer traffic. Sunday, offer review. There's your steps, and you could have this done in a week as long as everything is in order, ready to go. So for you sellers, list midweek, get the weekend showing traffic, then review your offers on Sunday. Make it as quickly as possible if that's your goal of what you're looking to do, which most people don't want to drag this on. For buyers, the property's move-in days, not weeks. So it demands early showings. Make sure you have a strong lender. Local lenders are always best for that. And decision making, that needs to be quick. So here's a hidden gem really quick. Guilford Township. If you don't know where it's at, it's in between Seville and Wadsworth. And it offers that small town living with access to the different amenities and employment. It's a new construction hub right now. There's tons of new buildings that are going in there, which is fantastic. And it also has larger lot appeal. So if you do want more space, more acreage, privacy, look into this township. Now, this is a best kept secret. Not many people even know where this township is at. And it's a popular relocation destination that combines the appeal of those larger lots and access to employment and shopping centers. So if you want to buy in here, look at the builder incentives with mortgage buydown programs to maximize the affordability, because builder incentives are amazing right now. As a seller, you got to emphasize your property acreage, privacy features, commute advantages. All this stuff will help to sell your house that much faster. And of course, along with, any type of updates, paint, again, flooring, those are cheap. They're quick. They make the house shine. So a quick look at mortgage rates. Here's where we're sitting, is right around like 6.3-ish, 6.4. Keeps kind of lingering all over for a 30-year conventional. But here's some projections. So Fannie Mae is expecting the rates to hold around 6.4 through the rest of the year. And then they're looking at below 6 by the end of next year. Lending Tree anticipates 6.5% short-term rates with gradual decline over the next 12 to 18 months based on the economic indicators. And then Investopedia is predicting mid-6 rates extending into 25, with the relief lowering throughout 26. There is a potential that, depending on what happens over the next couple months, spring could be below 6%, and spring could be a wild ride depending on what happens. So here's market context and strategic implications. So the Federal Reserve rate cut that did spark temporary optimism, but rates quickly rebounded to current levels. And then earlier in 25, affordability challenges intensified when rates climbed towards that 7%, and it kind of kept fluctuating around there. But mid-6 are much more favorable. It helps out way more. Here's a reality check for you that I want you to understand, and I'm not trying to scare you or anything like that. But waiting for 4 to 5% rates, that's not realistic with the current conditions of everything. That's not going to happen anytime soon. Now, compared to 23 and 24 rate peaks, the mid-6 environment represents meaningful discount for qualified buyers. And they're saying once we get into the 5% range, that's going to unlock tens of millions of people to be able to buy. So that's why I say it could get a little crazy come next year. So the buyer strategy, just focus on the deal structure, accept the rate. There's buy down programs. There's seller concessions you can do. There's builder incentives. Yes, I can help you and represent you if you're building a home, and it's free. There's seller opportunity. So offering those concessions for buyer rate buy downs, that often nets more favorable results. And then simply reducing the list price while appealing to those payment conscious buyers that are out there. So here's the fall market playbook: buyer optimism, move-in ready premium, date at home reality. The strategic approach for the success: you got to find that sweet spot timing for buying. Target properties with 7 to 14 days on market. This is going to give you a little bit more negotiating power. Seller strategy: think about doing a pre-inspection to see what is up with your house, because there may be mold in the attic and you have no idea. And this is stuff that you can address to avoid the deal falling through later on, because some people, they do end up running away even though mold can be remediated. They just get concerned, and it's okay. But strategic pricing is based on the current conditions. Don't look at what it's been. Everything is hyper local. So depending on where your house is, strategic pricing might actually be pricing under the comp. And it also depends on your situation. And then your new build strategy. There are so many upgrades. There is so many incentives. It is absolutely crazy. So it may be a $500,000 or $600,000 build, but you might pay the same as what you would for a $400,000 house. It's crazy. So the predictions for this fall is that it's looking to be more like a spring. We have saw an increase in buyer activity with the rates easing up a little bit, but you still have to do this in a strategic manner. So here's your key success factors. Timing matters. Market conditions change rapidly. So you can't just sit on the sideline waiting, because you're going to miss it. Flexibility wins. And then preparation pays. So your next move, it starts with just contacting me. I got people just like you that are going through the same process. And we're going over and we're looking at a strategic market analysis, even if you're a buyer, because we want to know what we're going to get ourselves into with where you're looking to buy. Customized action plan, because again, it is hyper local and it is specific to you, nobody else. And then of course, the execution of things is going through all of it. And if you want to know exactly what the market means for your home, your street, your next move, timeline of things, let's get that strategic approach ready to go, especially if it is in spring, because being ahead of the game is going to be the game changer in you winning. Here's my number right here. Contact me. I'm happy to help you out, just like I am many others that are asking these exact same questions. And if you want this market report so you can review some stuff, look some things over, this specific one, just drop market update in the comments below. I'll get that over to you. And if you're new to my channel or you haven't already, be sure to click subscribe and turn notifications on so you can stay up to date on all my monthly market reports and my tips, tricks, property tours, all the good stuff that I got coming your way.